Dogs need a lot of physical activity on a regular basis in order to live a long and healthy life. However, they are not the only ones who benefit from making regular walks a part of their regimen. The following is a list of extra benefits associated with walking your dog. Because dogs enjoy going for walks so much, their owners often spell out the word walk when they talk about this activity in order to keep their pets from being overly enthusiastic about the activity. Walking your dog on a regular basis is not only a fantastic way to exercise your dog, but it is also beneficial to your own health. Before you head out of the house, double check that you have everything you'll need in your possession. Always be prepared to clean up after your dog by keeping a supply of plastic bags close at hand. If you leave your dog's waste on the ground, you are not only being inconsiderate to other people who use the trail, but you are also doing damage to the ecosystem in the area. If your dog has a propensity to pull when they are excited, it is in everyone's best interest to invest in a harness so that they do not put unnecessary pressure on their necks or suffocate themselves. There is a vast assortment of styles and configurations available for harnesses. Be careful, however, that a harness will not stop your dog from pulling on a loose leash. This can only be accomplished through proper training. To get started on the road or the path, all you really need is a good pair of walking shoes that are comfy. Have you gathered everything that you require? As you continue listening, you will learn 4 ways in which walking your dog may be beneficial to your health. Number 1. Increase physical fitness. It goes without saying that engaging in consistent physical activity will result in improved fitness. However, in order to get effects from many different types of workout routines, you first need to be willing to commit to doing them for an extended period of time. When you walk your dog, who acts as both your training buddy and coach, this impediment is significantly reduced, if not completely removed. Once you begin to establish a routine for them, they will be so excited to get outside, that they won't allow you skip a day of going outside, regardless of the weather. Walking is an excellent low-impact activity that can be performed virtually any place. As a consequence, your skeletal structure, particularly your muscles, bones, and joints, will become more robust over time. If you find that walking along your typical route is becoming less taxing on your body, you can decide to extend the amount of time you spend outside or to walk further up the hill. The breed and age of your dog will impact how far you walk each time as well as how far you walk on a daily basis. For example, a border collie that is 2 years old will have more stamina than an older pug. Adjust the length and difficulty of your walk so that it meets the needs of your dog. If it's going to be a long hike or it's going to be a hot day, make sure to bring water and a bowl for your dog. On days when the temperature is higher, you should also take into consideration the ground you are walking on. In the heat, the asphalt may quickly reach temperatures that are dangerously high, which will cause the paws of your dog to be burned. As a test, you could try placing your naked hand or foot on the ground outside. If you are unable to hold your dog's paws there for 10 seconds, the ground is too hot for your dog to walk on. On days like these, you should walk on the grass or the soil instead on the pavement. You might also consider getting booties for your dog to protect their paws as an option. The more you walk together, the better shape both you and your dog will be in after some time. If your dog is up for the challenge, they could become a terrific jogging partner in the future. Number 2, better mental health. There is a psychological explanation for why so many dogs end up becoming service animals for PTSD sufferers and veterans. Research has shown that spending time with a dog helps lower cortisol levels, and walking a dog may improve mood as well as reduce the symptoms of anxiety and depression. People who struggle with depression may find that the addition of a dog to their lives drastically changes the dynamic. When you are by yourself, it might be challenging to find the drive to get out of the house and do something. You may experience physical tiredness as a symptom of depression, which can make it difficult for you to exercise. Despite the fact that studies have shown that regular exercise may be an effective antidepressant, you may have this symptom. In spite of this, nothing inspires you to get more exercise than your dog looking at you with those big puppy eyes and pleading with you to go for a walk. Having a dog forces you to spend more time outside, which has a domino effect of positive effects on your mental health. Endorphins are substances that are released from the brain during physical activity. Endorphins provide you energy and make you feel good about yourself. The levels of stress will go down, moods will become more positive, and mental energy will go up. In addition, the habitual activity of taking a dog for a walk every day may provide a welcome distraction from undesirable thoughts. The underlying idea is that providing care for another living creature can lighten the load of providing care for oneself. The companionship that dogs may provide for their owners while they are out for walks might help to alleviate feelings of isolation. Walking your dog can keep you socially connected and will often lead to conversations with other people who own dogs in the neighborhood. Even if you don't have a dog of your own, you can still get the health benefits of walking dogs by participating in one of the many dog walking volunteer opportunities that are available. You may look for other volunteer opportunities, or you could ask a friend or member of your family if you could take their dog for a walk around the neighborhood. Animal shelters frequently rely on the help of volunteers to exercise the dogs who are housed in their kennels. Not only will you improve your own mental and physical health by taking advantage of these benefits, but you'll also have the satisfaction of knowing that you've made a difference in the lives of dogs who are in need. Number 3. Improved sleep. You've probably had the experience of seeing your dog slump on the floor after a lengthy play session or walk since exercise tires you out, just like it does for humans. Even though you might not require a nap as soon as you come home like your dog does, studies have shown that regular exercise helps you obtain more sleep of a higher quality. This is true even if you might not require a nap as soon as you get home like your dog does. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, found that 1 in 3 Americans do not get the recommended amount of sleep each night, which is between 7 to 9 hours. Despite the fact that people require this amount of sleep, the CDC found that 1 in 3 Americans do not get it. A decrease in the amount of sleep one gets is associated with an increased risk of developing disorders such as high blood pressure, diabetes, and obesity. Insomnia can also have a negative impact on your mental and emotional health. If you've ever experienced irritability or trouble concentrating after having a poor night's sleep, you'll have a good understanding of what we're talking about here. Not to mention the physically disagreeable side effects, such as drowsiness, dry, burning eyes, and headaches. When you are already sleep-deprived and groggy, it might be challenging to push yourself to go to the gym and work out. Obviously, your dog is able to lend a hand in this situation. You may expect him to exert a lot of pressure on you to overcome this challenge, go outside, and break the destructive cycle of inactivity followed by poor sleep. You don't need to be training for a triathlon to see the results either. You can improve the length and quality of your sleep by getting at least half an hour to an hour and a half of light to moderate activity, which you can easily accomplish by taking your dog for a walk. Keep in mind that if you work out too close to bedtime, it could make it more difficult for you to fall asleep. Even a little amount of physical activity can momentarily raise your body temperature, increase your blood pressure, and stimulate your brain system, all of which can make it more difficult to rest. If you only go for walks during the day, you'll have the best sleep of your life. Number 4. Reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. In addition to maintaining the health of your skeletal and muscular systems, maintaining a regular exercise routine will also keep your cardiovascular system in good form. Your blood, veins, and arteries are all components of your cardiovascular system, which also includes your heart. When your heart is unable to pump blood through your body adequately or when it encounters a blockage, serious health consequences, including as high blood pressure, heart failure, and coronary heart disease, can emerge. These conditions can lead to an increased risk of death. Regular physical activity lowers the risk of developing cardiovascular disease, in addition to lowering blood pressure and the heart rate at rest. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, adults should get at least 150 minutes a week of moderate physical activity. A little more than 20 minutes of physical activity per day is recommended for you. If you have your dog by your side, it should not be difficult to accomplish this objective. 20 minutes of exercise per day is typically not enough for many different breeds of dogs. In order to guarantee that your dog gets the recommended amount of physical activity on a daily basis, you will need to do additional sessions in the backyard, on longer walks, or while jogging. One more time, this will be determined by the breed of your dog as well as its age. Always consult your dog's vet before making any decisions regarding the amount of daily activity that your dog requires. More dogs than ever before are developing health problems, including obesity, as a result of a combination of overfeeding and insufficient exercise. This trend is expected to continue. Going for walks is one of the best things you can do to deal with this situation. Both your heart and the heart of your dog will benefit from consistent exercise in the form of walks.